What's going through your mind right now? Now that you're in Pittsburgh, we got that first win under your belt, Russell.
Man, what's going through my mind? Obviously, we play Monday night. It's an exciting time. This stadium rocks. I mean, obviously I got to play in Seattle. That stadium rocks as well. But this stadium with the towels and the on the road, man, I'm just grateful I get to play another great organization. Obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers, and to be around great teammates and players. It's a special place, and we're loving it. Coach Tomlin is unbelievable. These guys that we get to be around, and it's a really tight knit group. We go to dinners every Thursday night, watch the Thursday night games, and just the conversations, the laughs, the time that we have, the bond. It's a special place, and I'm just grateful I get to play with these guys.
Can you give me an example of Mike Tomlin being incredible? Again, just in your first few months with him and his way of talking with you, to you, expectations levels set in a very unique situation, Russell?
Well, I think the first thing is that, every day, Coach Tomlin comes in, he gives his monologue speech, I call it. It's just, this guy is a tremendous motivator, and the reality is, nothing happens by accident. His ability to communicate, his ability to lead, inspire, his ability to, we have a meeting, us quarterbacks, we have a meeting with him, every week, every Wednesday, Thursday, and then also we have guys like, Pat Fryermuth and Naj come in, and we meet with them too. And Coach Tomlin, we spend an hour every Wednesday and Thursday with Coach, and just spend that quality time with him, talking about the vision of what this week's going to look like, who we're playing, what they do well, what we want to attack. And it's a closed room meeting, and just his ability to communicate that and to, really paint a picture of what's going to happen in the game and what's going to look like. And then it does. I think that's fascinating. I think also too, Coach, I got to spend a lot of time with Coach. But while I was dinged up and injured in Latrobe, I got to sit in the back porch with a lot of players and everything else, and also playing Uno games and all that. But also sitting down with Coach one-on-one and just getting to know him and his story and his relationship with Tony Dungy and how that came about, and his relationship growing up, and some of the similarities that he had growing up to some of the things that I've gone through, or whatever it may be, and also being a dad. And just, this guy is an unbelievable mentor, but he's a great leader of men. And there's a reason why he's won 17 years in a row. I think that it doesn't happen by accident. I think also too, his demeanor on the field, just how he can be in the middle of the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and give you a little wink and laugh. And that you're right where you want him, and you're right where you want to be. And I think that's a real thing with Coach. He eases the nerves of young men, and I think that he gives confidence and belief into us.
And then obviously, the way he's been navigating the quarterback room, you and Justin Fields being brought in within weeks of each other, and then obviously the question we've been having in the media, who's going to start and who's not and why and things of that nature. What has he told you throughout the months that you've arrived about your starting job, Russell? How does he handle that?
I think the biggest thing with Coach is, first of all, is, the dialogue that we've had has been very open and very clear with Justin and I. And also, too, a big part of it has also been, us just being our best every day. I think for me, this is my 13th year in the National Football League. And for me, Justin and I have always had a really good relationship, even though he's an Ohio State guy,
nice.
Being in Wisconsin and all that,
Well, I'm with you on that, Russell. I'm with you on that from Ann Arbor.
Yeah, I know. But I've always admired Justin from afar, and we've always stayed in touch through when he was in college and in the pros, and playing quarterback in the National Football League, and also being a young black quarterback. I know what that looks like and feels like, and the ups and downs and the great moments too. And so over the years, Justin and I have always been close. I know his family well and everything else, and so which the dialogue between Justin and I has always been great, and also too between Coach and us as well. And so I think the best part is that we're just focused on getting better every day and playing and all that. And, I think everything that Coach has said to you guys is, being clear to us too, and everything else. But, the reality, I think, unfortunately, I had that calf injury pushing a sled, which was devastating. Rich, I've almost played 200 games. I think I've only missed 5 or so my whole career. And that was hard on me. That was different. That was challenging, just because I love practice. I love the games. I never really missed much over all these years. And so for me, it was really important for me just to, focus on, number one, getting healthy again, being fully who I want to be. And, obviously I want to be able to play. I've told you all these years, Rich, that I want to play past 40 and be as healthy and be as great as I could possibly can be over the years. And I think that a big part is just making sure nothing devastating happened where I couldn't play, a whole season or something. So being smart there. I think the second thing is, it's easy to lead when you're at the front and everything's going great, an all-time high, but can you lead in the valley? Can you lead when you're in a dark place in a way? Can you lead in those moments as well? And so I think that was a blessing in disguise, is to be able to, not look into myself, but really just being able to focus on others and servitude, and just sitting on the back porch of Latrobe in those late, nights in the summertime when, in the dormitories, and just laughing with guys and hearing their stories and going back and forth and just, having great dialogue about that. And I think that's been one of my greatest joys so far in my football career, to be honest with you, is having those conversations and those relationships with guys. And I think the last part of it is just understanding that you got to have a little bit of patience sometimes. I struggle with patience. I'm not a patient guy. I love being out there every moment, but I hadn't been through that moment before. But in anybody's career, especially as long as I want to play and as long as I have played, I've been very fortunate and blessed to be able to play all those games, but to be able to go through the valley and come out on the other end of it, I think is really important.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.